Hey Gadget fans, today we've got two brand new Baseus power banks. There's a super thin one, which is the Pico Go Air, and it has 5,000 milliamp hours. And then we have a 10,000 milliamp hour one that is the Baseus PicoGo AM52. So they both say that they're slim power banks, and we're going to open them up and see exactly what they have to offer. So let's go. Let's open these up for the first time. We'll start with the skinny one. So it is the Pico Go Air. And what do we get? We get, wow, that is skinny. The power bank itself. So there that is. And what else is in here? We got anything else? Looks like we've got a USB cable. If I can get it open. It doesn't want me to get into it. It's just a short cable. As you can see here, and it's got a little, well, I don't know what you want to call it. Guess it could come off if I wanted to pull it off. No, it can't, because if you see there, it's made so it can't come off. So I guess you can plug it into the port and use it kind of like a lanyard in a way. If you wanted to, I suppose you could do that. So let's leave that there, and then we have this little cardboard thing with a bunch of paperwork, which includes a quick start guide and, you know, like all the regular warning stuff that nobody reads. So that's what you get. So let's take a quicker look. Let's pull off that USB-C to USB-C cable. It's a braided cable. Nice. Now this is nice. It's got what feels like an aluminum housing, which is black. It's got the Baseus branding right there. And here we have a MagSafe compatible magnet, which you can just either plug this in and then plug it into your USB-C device like your phone, or if you got an iPhone or an Android phone that has MagSafe or a MagSafe compatible case, you put it right on the back. So let's take a quick look at that with my iPhone 16 Pro Max. So we have that here. You take off the case on the back. So that's my iPhone 16 Pro Max, and it just fits right there like that. And it didn't automatically turn on. So if you look closely, let me get this in the camera frame. So it's got a little button right here. So let me press that. This might need to be charged. Nope, it did start charging. All right. Can you see that, guys? It's hard for me to get to it without a glare. Yeah, it's charging. So nice. I like that. All right. Now it doesn't feel, it's not incredibly strong. I think that if I gave this, if I gave it a nice shake, it's going to come off of there. So I would not want to, count on that magnetic hold to leave it on all the time. Now let me see something here. I've got a MagSafe little cover. If I put that on the back, that is quite a bit stronger. Definitely. So I think if you had a MagSafe compatible case or cover on the back of your phone, that it would work better. But on my iPhone, it's not the best hold. And I keep taking a picture accidentally there. All right. So let's see here. Now, in addition to the power button right here, USB-C charging port right here, you see a little row of LEDs. So if I press that, Let me see here. Yeah, it's just really hard to see. Hold on. Let me turn off this light. All right. See that? When I pressed it, it is lit up to 3 little segments there. It's a total of 4. So it means it's 75% charged at the moment. And then when you put it on something to charge, this is actually green. I don't know if you could see that. There's a longer little segment LED there to the left of the battery capacity LEDs, and it's lit up green, which means it's in the middle of charging my device. See, it's charged, and in 32 minutes it's going to be 80%. So it is a 22.5 watt charger. All right. And it's got triple loop cooling, whatever that is, and NFC battery monitoring. Okay. It's only 6.9 millimeters thick. And it says cooler charging, gentle to hold. So what I'm going to do with both of these, this one and this one, which I'm going to show you this one here in a second, is I'm going to charge them both up to full capacity. I'll let my iPhone get down to, I don't know, 10% battery. And then I'm going to charge one using one of these and then the other, and then take a look at what the temperature is on it, see how hot they get. Sometimes those things get really hot. Let's see, this one doesn't have a pull tab, so I'm going to have to open it with my handy dandy flipper knife there. Yes, I feel cool when I open my gadgets with that knife. All right. Let's see what's in the box for the AM52. Okay, there's the AM52, and it's considerably thicker than the PicoGo Air. And here it is. It looks similar. It's got the same style casing. You can see that it is narrower. Let's see, check that out. But it is considerably thicker. So what we have here is MagSafe compatible. And it's got like a soft silicone covering right here. It's got a permanently attached USB-C cable. Check that out. Braided cable, so that's nice. So it is like a little lanyard. What else do we have? It says it's 10,000 milliamp hours and it's 45 watts. There's your USB-C port, your input to charge it. And what do we got? On this side we have the power button. And where are the status LEDs, or do we not have any? They're right there. Let me turn this light off. There we go. There are the status LEDs to show you the capacity. Right now it is at 3 dots, which I would assume would be 75% charge capacity. So let's put that on there. There we go. And it's not charging. So let's find that. Where's that button at again? Okay, over here. All right, there we go. I press the button on the charger. Now it's charging. And like the other one, come on, there we go. There is a charging indicator and it is green, although I don't think you can see that here in this video. Okay, and it's saying in 25 minutes it'll be at 80%. Right now it's only at 62. So there you go. It is considerably heavier. Let's turn this on again. Let's check the magnets on this thing. That's got quite a bit better hold than this littler guy. Okay, I mean, that doesn't feel like it's going to go anywhere. Put this one back on here again. Yeah, this one just doesn't feel that secure. I can just make it come right off. Let's try this one again. I'm trying harder to get it to come off, and it's not. So the magnets on the bigger one are significantly stronger than the little guy. All right, so the next part of this test is to charge both of these to full capacity. Then I'm going to let my iPhone get down to, pretty low level battery. And then I am going to use them to charge my iPhone while I also check how hot they get. And we'll be back with that test in just a second. I've charged up both of the power banks, and I said I was going to use my iPhone to test them, but I decided to use my OnePlus 15 instead. So for the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use this little IR thermometer to see what the temperature is just starting out. So right now it says it's 72.5 degrees in here, and that's 72, what, wait a minute, it's on hold. 72.5, 73, my hand's 85.5, 74, 72, 74, 73. So you get the idea of what they are starting out. They've been sitting in the basement here since they charged. So I think I'm going to start with the 10,000 milliamp hour one, and I am going to show you that it's fully charged. Let's see here. I don't know if you can see that all the lights are on. And let's put this on here. And now the little green ones come on. Can you see? I don't know if you can see that one's green. So it means it's charging. And it says it's charging right here. It's at 31%. And it's charged. Let me take that back off. And let me put it back on. It says it's charging. Now this isn't a fast charger. If it was, it would tell me right here. So we're just going to let this charge for a while. If I put this on like this, what happens? Nothing. So I'm going to set an alarm. And then I got this like this. I'm going to set an alarm for 15 minutes, and then I'll come back and see what the temperature is. And then again in 30 minutes, and we'll see how far it charges in 30 minutes. Alrighty, it's been 15 minutes, so let's see. With my hand, I feel absolutely no heat at all. And it is at 80.5 degrees. Let's do it one more time. 81 degrees. 79.5. Let's see where we're up to. It's only charged to 33% in 15 minutes. Well, that's not real good, is it? All right, I'm going to set the timer for another 15 minutes and see where it's at then. It's been another 15 minutes, so let's see what the heat is now. It's just barely warm. 83.5. 81.5. 83.5. Okay, so let's see where we're at. It is only charged 3%. That is unusual. I'm not sure what's going on there. Let me pull this off. And now I'm going to plug it in. Let's see where we're at. We still have full capacity. I'm going to plug it in now. See if it charges better when plugged in. See, now when I plug it in, hold on, I'll show you guys. When I use the USB cable and plug this in, I want you to watch the screen on my OnePlus. Check that out. See how it says SuperVoc? Now that's a fast charger, and it was not doing that when I had it on the back wirelessly. So that's good to know. I'm going to give it another 15 minutes and see where it's at then. All right, now it is warm to the touch. So it's been 15 minutes since I plugged it in directly into my phone. So let's see how warm it is. Now it's 92.5. So it is warm. Is it hot? No, it's just, it's just warm. It actually feels comfortable because my hands are cold. All right, let's see how far it has charged up. It is now 64%. So yeah, it's charged up about 30% in 15 minutes. So that's more like it. So I'm going to give it another 15 minutes and we'll see what it's like at the end of the cycle. Okay, it's about the same heat, same warmth, 92 degrees. Let's see where we're at now. We're at 83%. So it charged from like 34% to 83% in a half an hour. All right, so I think that I am going to make sure this is full charge again, and then I'm going to try it with my iPhone because I'm not sure why it wasn't charging at full speed when I put it on the back here for wireless charging. Let me get it back off. Yeah, it's just like regular speed here. That might just be normal. Let me get my iPhone. Here's my iPhone. I don't think it reports the speed. No, it just says 30% charged. So I'm going to see how it does, if it's the same way or not. But I'm going to charge this up and then redo that. And that test. And I still have this little one. I'm going to do a test of it last. All right, I am going to do a quick test to see how well this really thin PicoGo Air charges my iPhone 16 Pro Max, which is currently at 29% charged. And this is fully charged, so I'm just going to put it on the back here. And it's charging. And I'm going to wait 15 minutes. And then I'm going to check to see how warm it gets. Right now it's 76.5. 79.5. The back of my phone was a little warm. 74.5. So we're just going to see if it gets really hot or not. I'm going to set a timer and I'll be back in 15 minutes. Alright, I'm back. Let's see what the temperature is. 92.5. It's warm, not hot. Alright. Let's see where it was. It was at 29. Now it's at 30. Ooh, it's at 38. So it did charge faster than the OnePlus 15, which I don't know why, but it's still not charging really quickly. So let's now use this little USB cable that comes with it. And we're going to plug it in and see what happens in 15 minutes if it charges up quicker. It's at 38 right now, 38%, and we're going to see what happens in 15 minutes. Okay, it's been another 15 minutes. Let's see how warm it is. 89.5. It's not getting any warmer. Let's see where we're at. And now we're at 52%. I don't think it charges as quickly as the other one, the bigger one, but it is charging. So it does work. But it works quicker when you use a cable versus just putting it on the back. I like it because it's so thin that it barely takes up any space in a bag and doesn't add hardly any weight to your existing phone. Now I am still recharging the larger one, and as soon as it's done I will test it with my iPhone. I'm back with this larger one fully charged, and I'm going to try again to use it to wirelessly charge my iPhone and see how quick it goes. Right now it's sitting at 44%. So let's put this on the back, and it's now charging. It's at 44%. I'm going to leave it for 15 minutes and see how much it's charged after that point. And right now it's 75.5 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah. Okay, it's been 15 minutes. Let's see what the temperature is. 92.5. It's slightly warm to the touch. Not bad. Let's see how much it's charged since I put it on there. It's up to 64. So I think it was 40 at 44. So it's 44%, and now it's 64%. And it's saying that it'll be up to 80% in, I think it said 16 minutes. So I think it is charging relatively fast this time. I'm not sure why it didn't charge well with the One Plus. That's kind of odd. Maybe I should retest it. So I think that I will let the One Plus battery kind of run out a little bit. It's at 83 right now. And do another test with this one on here to see if it charges as, poorly as it did before. Maybe it was just a fluke of for some reason. Let's put it on here again. Okay, it's not even charging at all. There it goes. But it does not say Super VOC, which is the fast charging. It just looks like regular speed charging. But I think I'm going to let this run out, and I will give it another try just to see if it charges as well as it did on the iPhone. I am back with the One Plus. I wanted to do a second test with the 10,000 milliamp hour AM52 power bank, because the first time I did a test with this, it in 15 minutes it only charged like 1 or 2%, and within 30 minutes it only charged a total of like maybe 4 or 5%, which just does not seem right. So I fully recharged this, and I tried to get this battery down as low as I could, but my gosh, it's hard to get this battery down. So I've got it at 63%. It's not my primary phone. That's probably why it's hard to do. So I'm going to stick it on here again. I was going to take this case off, but it is a case made by OnePlus, and it does have MagSafe. So I don't know what's going on, but all right, it's connected. And it says it's charging. Let's turn this off. Let me make sure it doesn't, getting this to come off. See, it's really a good hold. Put it back on here. And it just shows regular charging. So I'm going to give it 15 minutes and see how far it's charged from 63%. Okie dokes, it has been 15 minutes and this is not warm at all, which kind of makes me think that it probably didn't charge very much. Yeah, 1 whole percentage point, just like before. So I'm going to do something else here. I'm going to take off this case and see if that will do anything to improve how well it charges with this phone. If I can get it off of here. Okay, so I've removed the case from the back of the phone, so now let's put it back on here. It doesn't really want to stick very well. And I don't think it's going to do any better, but we're going to do another test. So I'm just going to set it here like this, set a timer for 15 minutes and see what happens. It has been another few minutes. Let's see, it's a little warmer now. Let's see what happened. It's only 69% charged. So yeah, for some reason, this particular charger, it could be other chargers too, other wireless chargers, does not want to work well with the OnePlus. Now, I will say that I have a regular old MagSafe charger that I use with my iPhone, and it works fine. But this one does not want to work. It will work if I plug it directly into the OnePlus. So let's do another test with this one, my iPhone 16 Pro Max. So right now, you can see that it is 32% charged. See that, 32? And we're going to put this on the back. Let's put it through the case or cover and see what happens. Okay. Well, it's not even finding it. These covers. There we go. All right, it says it's 32% charged. So now I'm going to give it 15 minutes and see how much it charges in that amount of time. Okay, it charged up to 45% in 15 minutes. So it definitely charges better than the OnePlus, and everything charges faster, way faster if you just plug it in. So my bottom line is I like both of these for the ease of use. This one is super skinny. It's not going to take up much room in your bag. And it has MagSafe. Both of these have MagSafe. I actually prefer the larger capacity one, only because, you know, you can use it a couple different times to charge your phone or your other devices. But you just need to be aware that there might be a problem with some phones when used wirelessly. It's not going to be a problem if you plug it directly in, but there might be a problem if you want to use it wirelessly. Maybe, maybe not. It just depends on your device. So there you go. That is the Baseus AM52 10,000 milliamp hour 45 watt charger. And here is the PicoGo Air, which is 5,000 milliamp hours, and it is 22.5 watts. Both work well, but just remember that you might need a USB-C cable.